Thanks for IIS Chairman and Professor Lee's invitations. And thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedule so that we can join together online because we are concerned about agriculture and the climate change issues at the same time. Therefore, today I will take the topic of facing extreme climates and talking about our mission and the responsibilities of for Taiwan aquaculture in the face of this immutable risk. However, everyone, I am Huang Chih-Yang and from National Taiwan Ocean University. I'm currently working at Department of Aquaculture, Life Science of college. In recent years, my focus topic including not only aquaculture, ornamental fish, aquaculture and its trade, but also related technologies such as water quality control and recycling system, aquatic environmental microbiology, and reef fish transportation. We have also developed some special species reproduction techniques that combine aquaculture, ornamental fish, wildlife resource conservation, and green aquaculture, just like seahorse, horseshoe crab, and giant crab. First of all, let me introduce Taiwan unique aquaculture industry development. Aquaculture in Taiwan can be traced back more than 400 years ago when the Dutch introduced milkfish from Indonesia to Taiwan. Until now, the milkfish is still the famous and popular cultural species. Today, Taiwan is an important source of aquatic products in Asia and the world. Not only aquaculture, but also fishery. It is also a technical leader in the region market. So you can see the major species in Taiwan in this table, covering all kinds of freshwater and saltwater fish, just like the grouper, milkfish, tilapia, and barramundi, and some crab, shrimp, shellfish, and other diverse species. Especially for the whole life cycle aquaculture, just like the grouper. Taiwan has the world leader developed process and technology, but is grouper really a sustainable aquaculture object? In the later information, I will explain the extreme phase by Taiwan's introduction under the environment and the global competition. Specific changes and can be adapted. Sorry. Okay. In this page, you can see the major aquaculture species in Taiwan and their culture environment. We all know that the key foundations of aquaculture lies in land, water, and manpower. However, in the face of increasing extreme climate change, increasing environmental pollutions, and even rising production costs and risk challenge, Taiwan must to think about what kind of the aquaculture species and its environment factor, continuing and take countermeasures in ways. In this page, you can find the world major production species and the proportions of Taiwan production in them. Although some species Taiwan support a very high proportion of global market demand, just like the hard clam or trilling, we can find it's also highlight the relative limitations of the market. The hard clam, just here. Hard clam only cultures in Taiwan, and the rest are wild caught in Southeast or Northeast Asia. Similar situation also called just like the trilling. Okay. In this page, you can find the photo and some information show the Taiwan current rank as the top 5 aquaculture targets. Although they have domestic consumption preference, most of them are export overseas market, just like tilapia, barramundi, and groupers. Okay. And however, if we look at the development of the Taiwan industry over a relatively long period of time, we can often see subtle change in quality and quantity. For explain, this picture show a continued decline in marine fishery harvest and relative stable development aquaculture output, just like this. Okay, and you can find the same trade. I check in the change of output value in the past 20 years. It can also be seen that there is a trend similar to that of production. The decline in marine fishery and the overall output value show the lack of fishery resource, but the relative stable aquaculture output and the rising output value show the aquaculture has gradually replaced fishing and has become an animal that supply modern people with a high quality and delicious food. It means a major source of protein with poultry together. I think not only in Taiwan, but the world is also show a similar trend. People often prefer to choose aquatic products with diversity due to the factors such as healthy, delicious, and fun, or even priority over poultry production. This is also highlight how to make up for the important gap of insurance marine fishery through continuous and sustainable aquaculture. I think compared with more than 100 years ago, people now eat more and more fish. And this is also put the unprecedented pressures and burden of whether it is marine fishery or aquaculture. In this page, you can find human demand for aquatic products continuing and increase at a rate of more than 3% per year. Compared with the past, environmental resources are under great pressure due to the demand for food and aquaculture. Although aquaculture has become a very promising source of animal protein supply today and even in the future, especially high quality option, meet the expectation of healthy and delicious. Its product pros is affected by outside world, just like the extreme weather and some factor from industry itself, just like the feed ingredient formula, the various raw material that may be used, and their management have become a challenge that must be defense. Okay, change in the global environment have taken a sharp rapidly since the industrial revolution, and the factor the extreme climates has been case in recent years has clean impact all industry. So we face to the increasing frequencies and serious climate change, and even extreme climate that become the normal. It is clear that Taiwanese traditional farming model established by only control in land, water resource, and the manpower in the past will be hit by unprecedented impact. In the slide, you can find just like this is the area in Taiwan, the traditional aquaculture system. You can see the outside pond to culture just like the grouper, hard clam, and some tilapia, both of the freshwater and the saltwater species. I think not on Taiwan is a very special country. We locate a very special area. So Taiwan's geographic location is affected by a dozen of the typhoon every year. In addition to the spatial terrain, this is often no way to retain enough water, so the impact caused by climate change is undoubtedly worsened. For example, the typhoon, you can find the typhoon that hit Taiwan every summer and the autumn, often cause the huge losses to the aquaculture industry. So I think not only Taiwan, but other countries or regions are also suffering from different extreme climate and environmental change. This has to make the industry activity phase to ensuring stable production, and at the same time formulate strategies that more adaptable to the current environment. Okay. I think therefore we propose some countermeasures which can be used as a reference to solving aquaculture to defense abnormal environments and extreme climate. Later, I will also show the corresponding technology. These stages, on the other hand, solve the impact of extreme climate on farming. On the other hand, they are more in line with the current heat discussion, just like the near zero release carbon taxi or green farming. Taiwan has developed aquaculture technique for many years and can use technology to produce higher infection and higher yield production under limited land area and water source. Today, it seems that the traditional aquaculture environment is still, but it has been equipment with high technique equipment. The introduction of technique has been continued to change. For example, you can find a photo. Solar photovoltaic plant has been installed above the traditional farm in South Taiwan. In addition to increasing industry remote facing temperature control and the same time making organisms more than stable. They can also produce more ecological and environmental friendly products by green and clean energy. In addition, in order to produce more environmental and eco-friendly and economical control species at the same time, it can be absorb carbon dioxide or balance the continual warming caused by large amount of carbon release, improve the fish food formula, and raise the herbivorous or omnivorous species, even cultivations of microalgae or macroalgae that can be absorb carbon dioxide, maybe specific or feasible strategies for aquaculture to defend extreme climate. Therefore, we have 5 strategies currently applied to Taiwan aquaculture to defend global environment change and extreme climate. And I will show them with you. First, stage A is to select more suitable culture species. Just like the grouper, because it's a carnivorous fish. In the fish food formula, we use a lot, too much fish meal in ingredient. So now we want to develop the milkfish. It's herbivorous or the treat fin, because this fish can grow very fast, and the short-term life cycle, and this fish is very, I think, very delicious. And the environmental pollution caused by water and air, and as well as the impact caused by extreme weather, have seriously affected the cultivation's hard crane in Taiwan. Therefore, the current stage is to we to culture the oyster or the abalone, because this animal can fix carbon dioxide, not only for food but also can keep carbon dioxide, and the abalone is a very higher value production. Strategy B is to combine the current green energy in the aquaculture process to create a more eco-friendly, cleaner, and more economical and more efficient aquaculture. And the strategy C is seek cooperation and co-construction development, just like the AI, AIoT, or we use the robot to help fish farmer to control the environment. And the stage D, you can find we can use the different tools to help people to, it's called this is a very mini weather station. We can use this machine to catch a lot of information, and this machine can all the information can help us to early warming, because before the risk affect our aquaculture. And the strategy is okay. So sorry. The strategy is E is improve quality, adapt the values and competitiveness. We can use the different labeling to raise the quality about our production. Okay. So the total solution you can find, we use the combined technology to help fishermen or the manpower to handle or to help people let the aquaculture is more safety. And the same, we use a lot of data to control our not only fish but also environment to defend the strangest climate. Okay. Sorry, I think the time is not enough. So in conclusion, I think the fact the climate change has been continued to occur and intensify, and traditional aquaculture must adjust its structure and management method to respond to climate change, and the introduction of new concept and new technology is imperative. In the phase of extreme climate, aquaculture should not just be positive resistance, but must continue to adjust, adapt, and seek developable technology. So I think we have to think about how to produce the fish of the world and the fish of tomorrow. So because we stand on the same page, so we can work and together with ambitions. So I think we need to combine together and to share all information about how to aquaculture, especially in to defend the climate change. So I think thank you.